It's like you're talking from the age of 6 up until 15, 16. You've got a whole 10 years of absolute chaos. A lot of it was nasty bloody robberies, man. Me and Nick, we're in the bank, and we've basically followed the van. He's gone in, we've gone in after him. He's put the money in his chute, we've took the money back out, and off we've run. And next thing, I've been crashed into from this side, smashed into this side. Next thing, I'm seeing handguns coming out everywhere, hats going on. Next thing, the windows have all come in through on the car, and I'm thinking, you fucking idiot, why ain't you driving the car? All this is going on, and I'm shouting at the driver, fucking drive.
Hello and welcome, Switched On with Joseph Barnett. Thank you very much for listening in. And as I say before, any of my shows, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The show is 3 months old. We're doing well so far, but it's very important that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can get the calibre of guests like I've got on today. And without further ado, I'll give him an introduction. This chap, we've been contacting for the last few weeks. He's a convicted armed robber. He's lived a life of crime. He wants to tell his story today, which I think is going to be fantastic for everyone listening in. His name's Anthony Roberts. Thank you very much for coming on today, mate.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing? You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. So, Anthony, I just wanted to, we've been talking for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And I wanted to establish, I've done some research into you. I know that obviously you've been inside for armed robbery, and you robbed a bank famously dressed in a burqa,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
So just to get a feel for it, like initially, what was the sort of big crimes you've undertaken, sort of in severity?
Mainly banks. There was crimes, obviously, that it was money, wasn't it? Large quantities of money. Relatively easy to rob. It wasn't hard, it was easy. And that's what's made it addictive, and being 20 something years old at the time, it was quite fun. I found it as fun, but obviously looking back at it now, many years later, it caused a lot of trouble for me. An awful lot of trouble. Like, you do get the good, obviously it's fun doing things like that. You might seem that it's fun at the time, but when you end up getting locked up and you're in court and all your family are there, and then you've got impact statements from victims and stuff like that, it takes all the glory out of it. You know what I mean?
So, and what was, I was doing it, as I said to you before, I'd done the research into it, and I know sort of it becomes sort of a petty crime thing, didn't it? And then it got more serious and serious into that. And I like to establish, and I've got a few people that have lived a life of crime. I've spoken to, obviously, Dave Courtney and people like that. But there's always sort of a catalyst for it, and there's always something that sets it off, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
And it sort of builds up through youth. Where did it all sort of start for you? Was there a catalyst for it? I know that you've had a bad upbringing.
Yeah. I had a very, very bad upbringing. I wouldn't say it was my mum's fault, because obviously she'd done the best she could in the situation that she could manage. But I did end up getting abused when I was 3, sexually abused by a babysitter. And after that, my behaviour deteriorated, as you can imagine. 3-year-old kid, things like that happened to him.
Bloody hell! What are you? So you were just a normal babysitter?
Normal babysitter. Well, he weren't a normal babysitter. He was a nonce.
No, it was a nonce. Yeah,
absolute pedo. But he done that to me, and then obviously I told my mum straight away. As soon as she come home, I told her what happened. She took me to the hospital, and the thing that made it worse was because the hospital then turned around and said I was a 3-year-old boy that didn't wipe my bum, which I find absolutely crazy, because if any kid at 3 years old says that, they're not lying.
No.
You know what I mean? They're not lying. And then obviously after that, my behaviour changed. I become very aggressive, as you would imagine. It confuses a child, doesn't it? It makes the kid's head goes mental. Like years later, I still have nightmares about that, and I'm 36 now, and that happened 33 years ago.
It's terrible.
And then you've got that, and obviously then that leads on to other things, like your mum not being able to control your temper, not being able to control you because you're different to everyone else because someone's done this to you. You know what I mean? And then that makes you angry, makes you not trust people. Why me? You know what I mean? And then you feel dirty. When you think about it, you think, fuck, man. It makes you feel not good.
That's terrible. It's terrible. It really is. And so, when you started to get this aggression, when was it? Around primary school? You
More or less straight away.
Straight away.
Straight away, yeah.
And you've always been sort of hard to deal with.
I've been very difficult to deal with up until 5 years ago, when I actually decided that enough was enough. The real change happened 2011, but I couldn't put that into practice until 2015. And because of my own, let's say, because I fell for the bait, I ended up back in jail the last time, and I find myself pretty lucky that I didn't get a lot longer. So, but it all stems, like you said, it all stems from the beginning. If them first steps had been right, then
it leads on.
Yeah,
and that was the catalyst for you to live
it was,
there.
Yeah, 100%. Because then after that, it was just a roller coaster of madness. From the age of 3, mad shit. My mum couldn't control me. Burning down the house, running away from her, climbing up buildings, hanging.
Tried to burn down the house.
I did burn down the house.
You burnt down your house?
I burnt the house down at 3 years old. Yeah, literally, I nearly killed me, my mum, and my little sister. Yeah, but I was 3 years old, playing with lighters, fire, but this was the sort of behaviour that I started to show after the abuse.
So, obviously, that shit's happened to you. It's absolutely terrible. And when you got into secondary school, did you get into crime then?
I didn't. I'll tell you where I was. I ended up going to a school of, what was it? I think it was called Tyburn. And then I went from Tyburn to a mainstream school. And then I got kicked out.
And where's this, Wembley?
No, this was in Lisson Grove, Edgware Road.
Right, yeah.
And I went to a school called St Edward's, and I can't remember how long I lasted, but I know I didn't last long. I remember I was talking to my mum about this the other day, and she was like, do you remember when the teachers had you in the middle of the classroom with loads of chairs around you? And they said that I was possessed because I was throwing chairs at the teachers, and I was just a wild kid. But there's a reason for that kid being wild. I didn't wake up one day and decide to start hating on everyone, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was very out of control as a child, run away from everybody.
It is, and as you say, it all sort of stems from the abuse as a kid, and then you've sort of get on, it makes you an aggressive sort of lad, and they obviously didn't know how to deal with you at school.
No, they couldn't.
Sort of in the system of how schools deal with kids now. And you went into crime then? Is it petty crime, thieving, robbing?
What happened was I went from the age of 3 to 6. I was just mad kid. Like, there was loads of incidences that my mum couldn't cope with me, and I feel sorry for her to some extent, you know what I mean? Because she could only deal with what she could deal with, and she was working all the hours she could. I remember mum was a cleaner, because we don't come from wealth. None of my family have got money, and my mum was working all the hours she could. I remember her running from one cleaning job to the next cleaning job and bringing us with her.
And what you and on the side you just
I was just a
petty
maniac.
thief?
Yeah.
Was you just normal?
Well, I didn't actually start my true criminal career until I came back to London. See, the thing is, I've always been a little shit. Basically, I was a little fucker. Because of all the shit that I used to do. But I went through the kids' homes, and now my whole plan was this: I wanted to get back home. And this is what I did, and I had it set in my head. I got removed from my mum's at 6 years old, and they put me all over the place. First, they went to a psychiatric hospital for young kids in Oxford. It was called the Marbury Bush. They were called the Englers No Hopers, so I've seen online, which is bad. Yeah, it's a bad place. I ain't got no fond memories from that place. I stuck that out until I was 9, and then I nicked their car in the middle of the night. And then, stole their car in the middle of the night.
9 years old?
9 years old, yeah. Took it for a joyride up the country lanes, crashed into a fence and shit my pants and stayed there until I got found the next morning by some stranger. He's obviously walked down to the school.
That's insane.
Found him and said, like, you've got one of these little shits
funny,
here
but
in
it
your
is.
car. So they've come and got me, and I got kicked out of there. And then I got sent to a place called Sherland Road, which is in London. Bad place that, I'm sure. John's told you about them places, all the things that used to happen there. But
talk about John Wedger, he put us in contact.
Yeah, he's a good guy, John. Same with Terry Ellis, and but he was telling when I got to that actual place, it was just it's a weird environment. Being a young kid, 9 years of age, you're quite scared. Think about it. Like you've been in this boarding school for 3 years, 2.5 years. You don't want to be there. But you've had a whole lot of mad shit happen whilst you've been there, and then you end up stealing the car, just because I suppose you can. And I wouldn't say I had the first intentions to go and steal that car. It was I was a bored kid looking around the boarding school, looking what I could fucking do at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's a massive building. If you look at it online, it's absolutely humongous. So I found the keys. I loved driving. I was a kid. I loved motors. And I remember there was a member of staff there. His name was Jeff. I don't know his second name, but he was a lovely guy. And I actually do remember him. And he was like a care worker, like my sort of, I don't know how you'd put it, like someone that looked out for me. And he'd take me out in the car and he'd do wheel spins. And I was like, I want to do that. And that set
you off?
Yeah, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do wheel spins.
And what he didn't realise is you planned to take it out on your own.
Yeah, at night.
Right.
So, I stole the motor, ended up going for a joyride, getting kicked out of that home. And then I got sent to into London. And I was only there for a short period of time. And then I got sent to Kent. Now, from the age of 9 till 13, I met a wonderful lady called Chrissy. And she was the only woman in my whole entire life that actually made me feel loved, which is big up to her, mate, because she told me and showed me what family life is. Without her having that initial impact on my life, I think it could have got a lot worse. And I really do. But she was like...
She was sort of mother figure for you.
Yeah. And I loved her, man. To this day, I still love her to pieces. And me and my missus, we went and seen her a couple of years ago. We went down to Kent, spent the day down on the beach, had a beer with her and her husband. And it was like lovely, you know.
So tell me, Anthony, then. Tell me when it first started to kick off for you, when you started to get in trouble with the police. Crime.
Yeah. Right. Basically, that was when I used to run away from my children's home, see?
Yep.
I was in a lot of care homes.
Yep.
And when I was 13, I came back to London. I got removed from a children's home in Kent, back to London. So I came back to London to a children's home called 5 Claverton Street in Victoria. It's right opposite where all the pedo politicians are, you know, that Dolphin Square?
Yes, yeah. I know it well. Yeah.
Right, well, I was there anyway. That's where I was. I was in that kid's home at 13 and I was not even there 6 hours and I'd already run away from the place.
Really?
Yeah, I got there and I was gone. Literally, my feet, there was like trails of dust behind me. As soon as I hit that gaff, my mum left, I was gone. And as soon as I got out of that home, because that home was in Victoria and I'm originally from Edgware Road, it's only a one bus journey away.
Yeah,
so I was straight back into the manor to see my friends.
Yeah.
You know, and I was pissed as well to be put in care because obviously I grew up in Edgware Road and all my friends in Edgware Road. And I don't know, it's hard to explain, like, because when I was in prison, I was in Wandsworth and I was banged up with my mate and he was like, "And you just disappeared." And I was like, yeah, I just disappeared, but it's the care system. They just picked me up and I was gone. You know, so then to come back and see all my friends, it didn't matter where you put me, I was running away.
Yeah.
You know, you could put me anywhere you like and I was over that fence and I was gone. And that's how it was. It was up until I got my own place. I wasn't homeless, basically, because I used to run away from so many homes. And my mum, at the time, my mum was having some mad stuff and she didn't want me in the house because I was under care. I was in care and all I wanted was to go back to her, you know. So that was the plan, just go through every home. And I did. I went through every single home they could possibly put me in and I got out, basically. I managed to get out. I got back to mum's when I was 15. Didn't last because that damage was already been created. Yeah. You know, like from the beginning, all them years, like you're talking from the age of 6 up until 15, 16, you've got a whole 10 years of absolute chaos. You know, you got sleeping in blocks of flats, breaking into cars just to hotwire them to stay warm. No 13-year-old should be doing that.
No. And that's what you were doing, really, just breaking into
cars, hotwire them, drive them around the corner, leave the engine running just to stay warm. Because I was fucking freezing. Yeah. You know, and then you got like the care homes, the police, I'll be hiding from the old Bill, constantly hiding from them. I'll be with my mate. I'm obviously not going to mention his name on here, but a good friend of mine, and he was a big part of my life, man. And me and him used to run away from my children's home, and his mum and him, they would hide me. So I'd be hiding underneath their blanket, under their bed. And the police would be knocking on the door.
Trying to put you back in.
Yeah, trying to take me back to the care homes. And him and his family, they were good to me, man. I'll never forget them. You know what I mean? We don't speak now, but that's just the way. That's life, unfortunately, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, it was traumatic childhood, man.
So wait, in the care homes themselves, what made you, when you was there trying to escape, was there?
My mum.
You only your mum. There wasn't abusive there or anything like that.
There was abuse when I was. See, the thing is, when I went to Kent, I met Chrissy. That was very stable, and then I met another boy that I was in boarding school with. And this boy, on this particular day, that I got abused, man, and I didn't know how it was. I didn't know. I wasn't expecting that. You know, I met this kid. I knew this kid from boarding school, from when I went to boarding school, and I ran away from there, stole the car, and I met this one guy, and he was like, "Yeah, come, man, come." Anyway, cut a long story short, I've ended up being taken in a car. I'm not going to go into actual prob detail because that just made me upset. I don't really want to come here for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But took me away in the car. Him and what I believe was, because he was in a care home, I believe it was a member of staff from his care home, and they took me out to a field and they both abused me.
Shit.
And that, I didn't tell anyone about that until I went to Dovegate prison, because I was so disgusted in that, because I was 9. I could accept being 3 years old. You can't really run. You know, you're 3, you don't know what to do. But I blamed myself for the one. When I was 9, I blamed that on me for years, you know, because I could have run away, but I didn't. You know, and it haunted me, man. To be fair, it fucking haunted me for years and years and years. And then I went to Dovegate, and that's when I really wanted to change. That's why I went to Dovegate. And if none of your viewers know about Dovegate, Dovegate is basically exactly the same as Grendon Prison. The only thing it's called Dovegate, as in it's a therapeutic community, and that there is for behaviour. Now, because I had such a evil strike in me, let's just say it was evil, I could do pretty horrible things to people and not feel anything about it.
What did you do?
Just done a lot of robberies, I can't, obviously I've not been convicted for some of the things I have, so I've got to be pretty careful what I say, you know, but a lot of it was nasty bloody robberies, man. You know, there was weapons involved sometimes, not all the times. And
so tell me through some of the ones. Obviously don't put yourself
the ones that we've done, the ones that I got convicted of were obviously the banks, dressed up in the burqas. We done a few of them.
Tell me the methodology in that. So what, do you hook up with a friend? Obviously you can't tell me his name, or...
Well, my friend now, actually, I'm trying to petition for him to come out because he's still in jail, man. And he's been in jail for a long time, man. I'm not going to say his name on your show, obviously, because I don't think I'll be able to do that. But he's been in jail a long time. He got convicted in 2009 for a crime. And he's still in jail, man.
And you know, obviously he's your buddy, and obviously you were in prison at the time but was it just like the mindset? What's your mindset at this time? Is saying like, right, we need to rob something, we need to do this,
get paid,
no matter what you do, because it just seems like, for me, obviously, I'm not, I don't know the mindset of a robber, but what sort of, it seems to me that when people go in there, it's sort of like the last resort. They're unhinged. They don't care what they do, how they do it. They want to get the money, and that's it.
It depends on the site and the mind frame, innit? And the mindset. Like, because when we were committing crime, I thought we were quite methodical about it. We would have vehicles, plate them up. We'd then go out. We wouldn't just rob.
Was this groups of you, or?
It'd be a few of us. And we would train. We would find a location. We then get everything we need, as in however many vehicles you need. Clone the vehicles, get the clone plates, and go out to work. Literally, anyone gets in front of you, deal with them.
What, violent?
Yeah, violently.
Really?
And that's the way it has to be. Yeah, which is unfortunate for the person who's going to get involved. But you know, when you're in that world, like being a criminal and being a normal citizen is a massive difference, man. Like, you've got the criminal world, don't give a fuck about anyone other than getting away and getting paid. And that's it. That's what it boils down to, is doing it, going home, enjoying the money, saving the money, or doing whatever you want to do with the money. But it becomes addictive, you know? It's like literally addictive. Like, it becomes very easy. Very, very easy. Like, you get up in the morning, for instance, the ones that I've been convicted of, I'll talk to you about. The hotel. that I got nicked for instance, and the one that's in the papers and everything. That was just absolute.
And what was that known as?
stupidness.
Was this the travel lodge?
Yeah, that's a travel lodge. They said it was a great big heist of a travel lodge.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. Fucking, it
Was it
weren't.
Ealing?
It was in Ealing. Yeah, just off the North Circle, I think it was, or the A40, I think it is. The paper made it out to be some great bloody thing. It weren't. It weren't no great bloody thing. It was a couple of geezers that had failed a bank robbery a couple of days before, needed money. I was on the run, and anything goes. That's how it was. Exactly that.
And you went into so you're on the run. We'll talk about the other previous robbery that you were talking about, but this one, you went in there armed.
There was weapons involved. Yeah. One of the guy that got grabbed, and we demanded him to open the safe. Sorry. He said that we put a gun to his back. There weren't no gun there. On that particular time, there weren't a gun there, but there was knives. You know, and he was lying. But then again, he's got to do what he's got to do. He's innocent, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
he might have perceived it to be a gun.
Well, there again, you know, if you got something pointing in your back and you've got 4 men balaclavaed up, fucking grabbing you up and telling you to open a safe, that's pretty intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So what's going through your mind? You know, you're going in there. You've got to make money. You're on the run. What's the methodology here? Is there an intimidation factor? You've got to go in there and the first person you see, you've got to put it on them to make everyone else know that you mean business.
Basically, you've got to control your area, innit?
Yeah.
You know, and you've got to deal with any threat. Any threat that comes at you, you need to deal with it. You need to be very decisive about that. You need to deal with it quickly, because he could potentially ruin the whole thing, put one of your boys in hospital. If he's got a weapon and he cuts my mate's going to bleed all over the floor, therefore he's fucked.
Yeah.
Because his DNA's there now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've got to deal with people. You've got to deal with them straight away, which is why robbery, this is why you get so much time, because it's pure aggression, pure violence, pure fear. You know, like putting someone in a headlock and clamping them until they choke out and go to sleep. That's fucking horrible, mate.
And that's obviously what you had to do, just to...
Things like that, yeah, you know, things pretty similar to that. And obviously, like, it doesn't affect you until you hear certain things. Like, all my other crimes, I didn't feel really affected by it. It was more like, oh well, you know, that was how it was. But then when on my last sentence, going through all, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do this no more. I said it to my missus, like, on the last crime that I was running this time. I was on the run, and I was telling her, I'm sick of this, man. I changed my life. I've been good. Like, give me a break, man. I'm trying to fucking change it. You know what I mean? I've done everything I possibly could. I've gone through the TC, fucking the Dovegate, the therapeutic sentences. I sat there with dirty fucking pedo bastards. Yeah, I hate these fuckers. Yeah. I sat there with these fuckers for a year, trying to do therapy, trying to fix myself, and then I come out of jail and end up fucking letting other people draw me back into this world that I didn't want to be in. Hence, I went on the run. You know what I mean?
So you've been inside how many times?
I've done quite a few sentences. I think I've ranged of over 10 years in prison by far.
And your first stint, obviously you're referring to your last stint when you tried to get out, and then you went back in again. So that was your last stint in jail. What was the long sentence you had? Was it from the Kilburn?
Yeah, that was, I got the 12 years reduced to 8 on guilty plea, because as soon I was banged to rights, mate. There was...
What, robbing a bank?
No, this was actually robbing... I got nicked. This is the maddest thing about it. I got nicked for... I got out in 2009, and I remember when I got nicked, I was on the floor, and I laugh about it now because it was
sort of surreal.
Yeah, man. It's like, when I sit there and I think about it now, it's like, fucking hell, that really did happen. 1 minute there was no one there, literally 30, not even 10 seconds later.
Where's this?
Right. So what happened was, the police were watching me. It's a special unit out of Scotland Yard. They're called SCD7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they deal with violent crimes, as in organised criminals, drugs. I don't know exactly their specific, but the ones that got me were robbery squad, and they're out of Scotland Yard, and they're attached to Barnes Flying Squad and Finchley Flying Squad.
Yeah.
Now, you heard of the Flying Squad? You know, they're the boys, aren't they? They're the ones that come out at you with all the guns and whatnot. Well, on this particular day, I'll tell you what the police said, so that make it more simple for you. Basically, the police were watching us for some time, on and off, and I knew they were watching me. So on one particular day, I see them following me in a black cab, and I was actually going to go out and do crime that day, yeah. And but they showed their hand they got out of the car, and I spotted him instantly, and they were in a black cab. Now you'd know any Londoner in a black cab, they wear necklaces. That's their license. Yeah. This geezer never had that on, and he was paying attention to a vehicle. And I knew straight away. I said to my Cody, I said, "That's flying squad, man." And then we drove off, and then they started following us. So we'd done 2 U-turns and started following them. So then I pulled up beside him, and I'm like taking the piss out of him. I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, your cover's blowing, man. You know, like, it's a big game. It's banter time now." That's how I seen it. Yeah, it was like, catch me if you can. Yeah, because that's where it went. It turned into a big game. Like, 1 minute you're doing the robberies and it's great fun. It's getting all this money, blah blah blah. And then you realise the police are on you. And then you've got to watch out for other criminals because they want to rob you. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a mad environment. That.
What's the mindset though? Is it, you know, if they're following you, do you think, well, you know, obviously you did end up getting caught, but do you think is it like, oh, I'm still gonna go at it? I'm not gonna watch myself a bit more.
Yeah, no, I thought I was better than them by far. I thought I was the boss. I did. I thought I was a bad man. Literally, I thought I was literally the man. You're not catching me, and that's exactly the attitude. I'd get fast cars. You ain't catching me in this. Same thing, motorbikes. You ain't catching me, and that's exactly how it was. And it went like that for years, on and off. Only times I was out, obviously. When I was in prison, it's depressive times. You know, you sit there, you're in jail, you think, oh, what's
so what about this real moment? So talk me through. When you went into dressed as a burqa,
right? The banks in Kilburn, right? Basically, what it was, me and my pal Nick. Yeah, now me and Nick got a lot of history. Good friend of mine, and we were both young, and we've always been little criminals, man. Like, we were little thugs, man. You know, we weren't violent. We didn't go out and hurt people. That's one thing we didn't do. We weren't going out and hurting people specifically, like just for hurting them. The only time anyone ever got hurt was when we wanted them to do something, as in if we're doing a robbery or we're doing a crime, and that's when only violence would be used. We weren't like violent people to go out and just start stabbing people like there is today. But it was mad because when I done this, I was in Edgware Road, and I was with my other friend, and this was months and earlier, and we was literally, and you'll know I'm talking about Little Ginger, we'll call him, yeah, Little Ginger. And we was in the Abbey National Bank, and we must have been about, I don't know, 20. And we watched a guy walking in and out the box, and we was like, and he said to me, "That's full of money, you know." And I was like, "Fuck off, that ain't." He's like, "Mate, watch this." And they locked us in the bank, and then done the whole procedure in front of us. And then we were like, "Come on, fucking hell, it's only one guy." So we was like, "All right, it's cool, let's go do it." So we did it.
What, there and then?
No, a week later.
I was going to say off the cuff.
Yeah, a week later.
A week later, you thought about it.
Yeah, we done it, and then we got done. And this is what makes me laugh about it, yeah, because I was so eager to get that money. I made so many bloody fucking mistakes. I left my phone in the car, panicking, trying to get out of the car, running away with this big bag of dough. You know what I mean? So I left my phone in the car.
What, getting away? You just...
Yeah, so basically, we've gone into the bank. Can I talk about my Cody? I'm allowed to say his name, yeah? Right, me and Nick, we're in the bank, and we've basically followed the van. He's gone in. We've gone in after him. He's put the money in his chute. We've took the money back out, and off we've run by pushing him over. The guy, the
what,
custodian.
You didn't have any arm?
No armoured. No, this was the first time I'd ever done it. Just bare hands. No, and a baseball cap upon. And then we're like, we can't keep doing it like this because we're going to get nicked. So then we decided...
So you got away with it then?
Got away straight away, yeah.
And you got the money, you didn't get nicked for it?
Yeah, got 25 grand out of it, cash in the hand. Like,
so what's that? Don't they have to die in that money?
Yeah, they do have to die in it. But because we were doing it going into the banks, you don't have them in the die because you only have die in the box.
That's insane. Now you got away with just pushing him over. Grabbed the money
and off you
go. Run out.
Yeah, and we've done that 3 times. We got caught for 3 of them, shall I say. We got convicted for 3 of them.
For 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, and basically what happened, we seen how easy it was, and then we were like, come on, we'll have it again. You know yourself.
And what's the gap in between this time frame?
2 weeks. Yeah, because we were like,
wow,
big money. We were like, oh my God, big money. Yeah, I want more of that big money.
Yeah.
And it becomes, like I said, it becomes like a fucking an addiction. And then before long, you're fucking running in these places on a regular basis, which thank God I weren't going in too regular, because I probably wouldn't be out now. But it was becoming a bit of a habit, shall we say. And then on the third last one that I got convicted of, so what happens, we done the one in Edgware Road. A week later, we done the one in Kilburn. Now the thing is, this is what the media do. The media make things out to be something like it was a great thing. To me, I didn't think it was a great thing. It was just common sense. So we've gone to a mosque. We bought the dresses, like we bought the hijabs.
Yeah.
We bought the normal clothing. We put it on in there. We put it on in the mosque, thinking that we weren't doing anything disrespectful, because we're not thinking on religion and stuff like that. We're just thinking of two dumb young kids. Let's put on this outfit. Let's go and hit a bank, hit the papers. That's exactly the attitude we had, yeah? So we went to the mosque, we put on the thing, we put on the dresses, and then we're walking out with two men. Like, I've got a man's physique. I ain't a skinny little bird, you know what I mean? I've got broad shoulders. I know I look like a bloke. So me in a hijab, him in a hijab, he's 6 foot something, I'm 5 foot something. The security's instantly thought, what the fuck are these up to? So they've come running at me because I'm the smallest one. So I've had, no joke, I've had this security guy try to grab me. So I've flung him down. Next thing, I had about 300 Muslims chasing me.
Oh.
Yeah, so they've chased me from Regent's Park Mosque, yeah, directly across the road. I've jumped in my car, doing burnouts out of that area now. They're ripping my windscreen wipers off my car.
So you've gone in there just to get the gowns. You put the gowns on, and they've seen you. What, are you pinching them?
No, we bought them. I paid 80 fucking quid
because
for
of the disrespect to the religion, they've taken that, and now they've gone for you.
Yeah. So basically, what they thought, well, I don't know what they were thinking, but I bloody got convicted of burglary, and I never ever burgled nothing. I went in there, paid for it, but my mate Nick, he was like, "Can we put it on now? It would be a joke."
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there, and I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, come on, man, it'll be a laugh." And I was like, "Come on, then, fuck it, why not?" So we put it on in the fucking mosque, which is
disrespectful. Yeah.
Which is disrespectful in the eyes of their religion. You know what I mean? But we didn't think of it like that. No. We were just young, dumb, ready to go out and commit crime. You know. So anyway, we've done that. Being chased away, I jumped in my car, missed it. Like, they got my windscreen wipers, a few mirrors. God. Yeah, it was a bit mad. But then we've linked up again in the Green Estate, and a lot of my friends are Muslim, and they from that manor. You know what I mean? They're from this Green Estate, and they were like, "Fucking hell, man. What are you doing, man?" And I was just explaining to them, "What are you talking about? This is how it is, mate. You know what I mean? We're out there. We're getting money. It's nothing.
You got to do whatever it takes."
You know what I'm saying? And they were sweet with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the boys understood. There's no disrespect in that. We're just trying to get a disguise, you know?
Yeah.
So then, literally about 3 hours later, we're driving down Kilburn High Road, and we've seen the van. So we're like, all right, let's do it. So park the car outside. Gone in, the geezer's doing his runs back and forth, and we're standing in the queue, and we're waiting for us to get, because I want to grab him when the queue's right next to where the thing, because we're going to look out of sorts if we're standing next to the chute where they put the money.
Yeah.
And if you don't need to be there. So we're trying to go in with the queue. So we've got all these people in the bank with us. And next thing, the geezer's there, so I've grabbed him, flung the guy across the banking hall. Nick's grabbed the money, and we're off. In the car, got away. It took like no less than 30 seconds.
And what is it? It's just like a suitcase thing. They hold the money in, and you've just literally grabbed it and run off.
So basically what it is, when you go into a bank, back in the day, I don't know how they do it now, because obviously different procedures.
Yeah.
But now, well, back then it's a chute. So they'd open the box in the foyer where we are, and they'd take the money out. Bag of money, 25 grand. Handheld scanner, scan it, put it in the safe. The thing would turn around, and then it's on the secure side of the bank. Well, we would just get in before he could secure that money, and then off we'd go. And then we got done for another one, pretty much exactly the same as the other two, but that was in Hampstead, and it was a bit different that time. It wasn't as smooth as the others, you know. There was Nick lost a trainer, so we had like a tussle. He ended up losing his trainer, so that was Nick caught.
And what's this, another bank?
Yeah, this is another bank, yeah. This
Hampstead,
is another one.
in Hampstead, yeah. So, and this is the same day, or is this...
No, this is a couple of weeks later.
A couple of weeks later. Yeah. And what was the method in that? Just
exactly the same, yeah.
Dresses
exactly.
on?
Yeah, no, this time no dresses, because the thing is, we didn't want to do it the same every time.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get your MO.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, your motive operandi, I think they call it, innit? Yeah, so we wanted to keep it different. We wanted to see it out and make it go as long as we could. We didn't want to get nicked, so we tried to not do the same thing every time, you know. But it catches up, man.
Yeah. So you went in there and it was just the same methodology.
Same method.
Smash, grab,
Yeah,
boom,
smash, grab, gone. See you later. Yeah.
And what was the? I remember we had a chat, didn't we? And there was a lady that we spoke about, wasn't it? What happened with that one? Did you follow someone? Did you follow someone?
No, I'll tell you what it was. We had something planned different that day, and basically my friend, the thing that we had planned didn't work out.
What did you have planned?
Got to be careful with saying this.
Okay. Just don't put yourself. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
so
fine.
I had something else planned, and it didn't turn up. So my mate said to me, "Look, we're all dressed up. We're ready to go here. We're all out in our suits. We've got our motors. We've all tooled up. We need to go to work." So he's told me, right, there's a property developer, and he's got big money. Like, he's got lots of jewelry in his safe. His wife's got a load of dough. She's got big diamonds on her and all that. Now, that was never my thing, and I never liked hurting women or kids. That's not my forte, innit? I liked hurting men. You know, I did.
Well, you wanted to get them
my
money. That was direct.
It wasn't like I liked to hurt them, as in specifically.
You wanted to do
them,
whatever it took to get that. Yeah, you were ruthless, man.
Yeah, with men only men.
I get that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
which made me, and I understand that now because I was abused by only men. You know, so I do get. I have a better understanding of it now. That's why I sort of hated on men. You know what I mean?
There's sort of like a criminal code, isn't there? You don't beat on women, kids, or anything
them
like
things
that.
don't happen. But obviously, like today, it's not like that no more. No, unfortunately, there's not many people got morals nowadays. No. You know, but we did have morals. We still do have morals. But on that particular day, my money mind was more important about my morals, and that's the truth. So yeah, my mates told me about this move that he had planned up for me. I was like, yeah, sweet, I'm ready. This ain't going nowhere. Little did we know there was 31 armed to the police teeth around me at this time.
So they're following you?
They were on us big time. Cars had bugs in them, trackers. They were on us properly. Like, there was listening devices in the vehicles. They had trackers on the cars. Like, they properly went in on us.
Yeah.
Rightly so. We were out being bad, you know.
Yeah,
so they had a job to do. Their job was to catch us, and they caught us on that day. But prior to that happening, he's told me about this chick and the safe and all that. So I was like, all right, cool. We had the angle grinders ready to cut the safes open and everything. Gone to the location out of London, and I sat there waiting for like 4 or 5 hours, waiting for this person to come home. When they did come home, we moved in, and we took control of her. Not in a Nancy way or nothing, but we obviously grabbed her up. Yeah. You know, put her on the floor, relieved her of her jewellery and her door keys, because obviously we wanted to go into her house to get to the safe, cut the safe open, get the jewellery. But it was all weird. The whole thing was weird. Didn't sit well with me at all. And when I look back at it, it was meant to be. I was meant to go to jail in that fashion. That was how it was going to happen for me. That was the changeover. Because when I got nicked for that, it was mad, because we done the robbery on her. And it just felt scatty from the outset. My mate, just before we done the robbery, my mate said, "Ant, can't we just fuck this off, man? Let's go home." And I was like, "Are you mad? We're not going home." I said, "Fucking, we've been here all day, mate. Like, I'm on the run. I'm living in hotels right now. I need this money, mate. You know, she's got to go, innit?" Like, and that's how it was, yeah. And then she's come home, and we've got her on her doorstep, wrapped her up, which is fucking horrible, man.
So you've gone in there, you've grabbed her, she's screaming.
She tried to scream.
Yep.
Put my hand over the mouth, told her straight away, shut up, basically. My friend choked her out.
What, unconscious?
Tried to, but she didn't go. Thank God. Thank God, you know. That was, and took her jewellery off of her, took her handbag off of her, and was going to go into her house. I said to her, "Where do you live?" And I remember her face, and I'll never forget her face, mate. And that was it. I left the building there and then.
Really?
Yeah, left the building. We walked away from it straight away. I don't know. It's just something that weren't right about that. And I felt that. Whilst that was going on, I could feel that this is not right. You know, you all have your own inside intuition, your own feelings, your gut feeling. And that day, that weren't going. It's not me. I weren't like that, you know. And we've run away from there, and there's police all the way around us. We was literally everywhere. Old Bill was everywhere. So I've jumped in my stolen car, sped off. My other mate is in his car. Got around the corner. 2 of the boys have jumped out and gone into that car. Now me and my brother-in-law are staying in this car. Now we've gone from Radlett in Hertfordshire to Hendon. Got to Hendon. Little did I know, I'm driving up the motorway, like at speed. I didn't recognise, didn't notice. And the funniest thing, it's not funny, but I said it to my brother-in-law. I said, bro, if the fucking feds are watching us now, they're going to think we're fucking amateurs. It's exactly the word I said, mate. And they were watching. They were fucking watching.
Really?
And they were following us up and down the motorways like maniacs. And then we got into Holston, and we've all got into Golders Green. We've all got into one car. I was looking at diamond earrings in the back seat of the car, like as you would do of another robbery. Sitting in the back seat of the motor. Next thing, boom! It's a big smash to the right of us, yeah. And I've looked, and I've hit Peter, my mate. Sorry, the driver. Fucking feds, mate. Fucking go is what I'm saying. Next thing, I've been crashed into from this side, smashed into this side. Next thing, I'm seeing handguns coming out everywhere, hats going on. Next thing, the windows have all coming through on the car. And I'm thinking, you fucking idiot. Why ain't you driving the car? All this is going on, and I'm shouting at the driver, fucking drive. You know, obviously he shit his pants. You know, as soon as he starts seeing Glock 17s getting put in your face and all that, they're like...
Never happened to you before in your life. When that happens, you know...
it's scary, man. Yeah. It's scary. But, you know, it's weird because all I remember like the windows coming through. I remember realising it was old Bill. I remember realising this is it now. And then all the windows have come through, and they had these hammers. You know the hammers that you smash the bus windows with back in the day?
Yeah.
And they're smashing my brother-in-law in the head with this hammer.
Really?
Yeah. Like their hands are in the window, like, and they're hitting him. And I put my hands over their head, and they've hit my hands, and I pulled and that was it. They pulled my arms out the back window. They're trying to grind my arms up the window, you know, to cut me and all that. Because obviously they want to hurt us. We're horrible robbing bastards, you know what I mean? Like we've just robbed a chick. They don't know the reasoning behind that, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? They're only going on what they've been told by their other flying squad officers. So then we've basically been absolutely annihilated, smashed to pieces. Fucking all the cars being smashed up. We were out on the pavement, and I've turned around, and I knew who it was. I knew it was flying squad because I've had like. You have to be aware of these people. You know, when you're a criminal and you're in that sort of criminal world, you've got to know what sort of police are going to be trying to get you. You know, I mean, it's not going to be the average PC that you see on the street.
You've got to have armed police on you.
And they're serious dudes, them armed police. You know, they're like, they'll kill you. And on that particular day, I believed that they were going to kill me because in their paperwork, they said they had reason to believe that I was in possession of 2 firearms. So it's like, they had the intent. It's if I had anything in my hand that day, I would have probably got murdered by the whole bill, you know what I mean? But that's the life, you know, and unfortunately, I was lucky fortunately for me, you know, I was very lucky, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, all the shit that's caused, do you know what I mean? That's caused a lot of trouble, man.
So once this has happened, Dan, you've been nicked in the car.
Yeah.
And obviously you've been put inside for how long?
I was in jail for that stint 4.5 years.
And where did you go in prison for that?
I went everywhere. I went absolutely everywhere. First of all, I went to Scrubs prison. I went to Wandsworth. I was in Wandsworth, and I seen all my mates in there. Like, this is the maddest thing about it. Like, the criminal world, yeah, all of our pals, they're all slightly criminal. It's only a few that become successful or pull away from it, so they're not criminal at all, which is good, you know. But I've gone to jail, and I remember I was on A-Wing in Wandsworth, and I seen all my pals that I hadn't seen for years, man. Literally. It was like that. I was like, how you doing, boys? How you doing? Like, good to see you, you know. But this is where the treachery comes into it now. I remember someone saying about people taking blame and stuff like that, and I was going to stab one of my codees over it. I was going to kill him, like, because apparently he's turned around. This is what I mean about the criminal world is not as glamorous as what people think it is, you know. So basically what happens, someone's talking shit in the street and said that if I don't take the blame, someone's going to do something to my mum. So my thing, I'm going to kill you right now. So that was the plan. I was going to kill him in the prison cell. And that was the attitude I had. And I've gone up there and I was going to kill him in the cell.
So someone has said that you've got to take flak for a crime that you didn't commit.
It was people chatting shit. And people chatting shit to try and cause more. Because people, you've got to bear in mind, people are bored in prison.
Yeah.
All they've got is what's going on in the wing.
Yeah.
You know, so they're going to try and chat shit and try and cause drama for entertainment. That's what they do, you know. Yeah. So basically, I've gone up there. I had a fucking tool and I was going to fucking give it to him in the cell. That was exactly what my mindset was. You're fucking getting it. Because no one threatens me, mate. Not like that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was all a load of bullshit. Absolute load of bullshit. And then he moved wing. And it was just like...
Did anything happen?
Nothing happened.
Did it get broken up before it happened?
And see, this is the thing, yeah. His older brother, I seen him on a visit, yeah. And I get on well. They're good family. Like, their people are good people. Stephen in particular, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say the second name or nothing, but good people, you know what I mean? And he's like, bruv, the people are chatting shit. Give me a hug. He's like, bro, listen, it's not like that. And I believed him. It's just, that's what I mean by, you see, you think people are your friends and they're really fucking not, you know what I mean? Like, you got people that I thought were my friends shit stirring, you know? And then it's just like, it's negative, man. It's just, you know, like that world is not good, man. Even though when you get into jail, you're in jail, the drama don't stop there. You know, if you've got money, if you're a successful robber, people save their money, you know. So then when you're in prison and you've got people out there with not much money, they know that you're sat on a lump of money and you're in jail. They want a piece of that, you know what I mean? So it's...
How's it work in there, Anto, prison? Because everyone has this sort of perception that it's violent.
It is violent, very violent. I got stabbed a few times in prison.
You got stabbed?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I got stabbed in my chest. I got 9 stitches down my chest here, sliced. That's a prison fight.
Just
fighting in jail, yeah, getting into fights, people disrespect you, and then...
So what, you talk me through it. So what disrespect are we talking about? Someone walking past you just...
Can be anything, literally anything. You got to bear in mind, you've got a lot of people that suffer from mental health in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've got not the average person. You ain't got normal citizens on prison wings.
No.
Like, I'd say a good 50% of them people on each prison wing you go in are suffering from some kind of psychosis, mental health disorder, paranoid disorder or whatever, but they are sick, hence they're in jail. You know what I mean? Obviously not just for their mental health, but you can say something to the wrong person one day and they'll fucking slice you to pieces. Like, you see people, I've seen people, I was in Swellside, one story, I see a man get hot oiled, yeah, over tobacco, and this was a hot tub of oil going over a man's head. You know what I'm saying? In the kitchens. Because when I was in prison back in the day, when I was in Swellside, used to be called Stabside, yeah? It's a first stage lifer prison. So only long-termers go there. Now, I went there, I was the only one on my landing, on my spur, that wasn't doing life. You know, all of them were doing big sentences, like massive sentences, 32 years, 28 years, 16 years. And I'll be talking to them and they'll be like, yo, Ant, how long you doing? And I'll be like, I'm only doing 8. And they're like, baby bird. You know what I mean? And I was like, right, I'm around a lot of naughty fucking people here. You know, these boys have got absolutely fuck all to lose, but they're the nicest guys, man. I know that sounds mad.
No.
You know, like you think all these violent criminals are horrible people, but they're bloody not, man. They're no different to us. A lot of these people just act in anger, you know, and they fucking end up hitting someone, stabbing. It's a lot of these things happen, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But if violent is very violent, but you don't just see the thing is with jail, you have to worry about everybody. You have to worry about the screws. You got to keep an eye on the prisoners. You got to keep an eye on yourself. Make sure you don't interact with the wrong people. You know what I mean? You got to, like, when I was in prison myself, on my last sentence was my final sentence I'll ever commit. I will never go back to jail ever again as long as I live. I'm pretty much sure of that, because I found it so hard in there. I'll tell you what, I found it the most hardest part was my missus, because when I went on my last sentences, I didn't have anything really that was holding me and making me be good. On my last sentence, I'd already decided to change. I already made steps to that change, and then I got drawn out, and then I'm going to jail because I acted on impulse instead of doing the right thing. I went mental and obviously jumped out the motor and tried to fucking kill the guy. You know what I mean? But
what was this? Just a normal road traffic? And
no. This was a. See what it was, yeah. After 2015, after the robbery on the woman, Yeah, what really made me change was her impact statement. Now, her impact statement was the light that some people need to see. I know that sounds a bit funny, but everyone needs that pivotal point in their life that changes them. It could either be an overdose on drugs, it could be losing a family member, it could be anything. But with me, it was my victim's impact statement. And that was overwhelming, like, to say the least. Like, even to this day, I feel horrendous on how I made that woman feel. And that woman, that one lady, has changed me just through her words, which I believe is very powerful, you know. And it's
What in particular?
basically when we were robbing her and taking her jewelry off of her, she felt that she was going to be abused, yeah. And that is my whole life I've been abused, you know. And it's bad,
rang true with you.
Yeah. But on an emotional level, it made me feel so like, how the fuck did I make her feel like that? That was never my intention. I never meant to make her feel like that. And for me to make her feel like that, it's disgusting. I hate myself for it. Like, I actually do. Like, the men, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't feel for the men victims that I've created. I just can't. But I understand that. That goes back to being abused multiple times as a kid and going through care homes and watching my stepdad batter my mum and all that, and do you know what I mean? And watching the violence. It's all to do with men violence, you know what I mean? Yeah. So for me to have that feeling towards men, I don't feel empathy or remorse towards men, which is, it's not good. But I did with my last victim, and that was what changed me.
I think you're obviously referring to when you was dealing with men when you were at the prime in committing crime. Obviously now you do have, obviously you feel, because you're a reformed character now, and we'll get onto that. What's it like? And tell me, when you go into prison and you're convicted, scary, and you're put in there, and you've got your missus,
it's hard,
and you've got your family, and do you feel helpless? How does that feel?
Yeah, helpless is a good word, man. Desperate at some stages, desperate, you know. I remember coming before here, I said it to my missus. I woke up this morning and obviously coming in and talking about my life, and this is the first time I've ever done this. And I get like excited sort of thing. But it's hard to say, you know, the feeling of when you're pacing a room. When you're in jail, you're in this little room, say the size of this table, and that's the space you've got to walk in. And all you've got is your thoughts, you know, and it's very depressing, man. You've got governors coming that are horrible fucking bastards. Some of them are fuckers, mate, honestly. Some of them are downright nasty, and they will hurt you.
But
like,
just
just
violent.
Yeah, violent. I'll tell you one incident. It was on my last sentence. I've always been a handful with the system because I wouldn't say I felt sorry for myself, but I sort of did. You know, I went through so much shit as a kid that I shouldn't have gone through, and it went through none of my fault. Like, I didn't ask for none of that crap, you know what I mean? So it made me kind of hard, but it made me angry as well. So when I'm in jail, I have total disrespect for these screws. Not all of them. The ones that are good, I'll tell them that they're good and I'll be polite. But the ones that are horrible, I'm blatantly horrible too. And on this particular sentence, because I didn't feel like I deserved to be in jail. Yeah, Joe. And because all the other times I've been to prison, it's been for committing crime. It's been for getting money, you know. And all of my crimes have been motivated by money. They haven't been motivated by anything other than finance, you know. And on this particular time, I was in jail and I was very depressed, man. Like, I felt suicidal at times. Like, I'm not joking when I said suicidal. I wanted to do it a couple of times, a good few times, but my missus and my kids, I couldn't leave them, you know. But the depressive side of it is torture, mate. Like, I remember on this particular visit, my wife come up to see me, and I was in High Point this time, and I hated these women that was around me, these two fat screws, yeah, and they were horrible. They were just nasty people. They basically come into jail on this day, and they just be horrible to people. Mouthy, fucking horrible bastards these women were, yeah, honestly. They're like, I wouldn't say they were men haters, but they were along that line, yeah. And I was on basic this time because I was getting into fights, getting into trouble because I couldn't accept that I'm in jail. I'm in prison for nothing. And I'll tell you the reason why I went to jail. And I didn't deserve to be in jail. I'd really tried, Joe, to change. Like, I really took steps. I'd done the therapeutic communities. I sat around fucking dirty nonsense and all that to try and fix me. You know what I mean? And to sit in a fucking room with these animals and not stamp on their head, you know, it's very hard not to hurt these people, considering you know what they've done. And I didn't feel like I deserved this. Now, when I got arrested and I got convicted, and I got the 12 years reduced to 8, I accepted that. I was a bad boy. I deserve it. That's fine. Could have got longer. I was lucky I didn't. Yeah, and that was the attitude I had. Yeah, but on my last sentence, I didn't have that attitude. I felt so depressed that for 30 odd years, all I wanted was a family. Like, all I wanted was a family. I wanted a dad. Never had a dad. My father slit his throat when me and my brother were little kids. Picked us up, told us he loved us and goodbye. And that was fucking 30 odd years ago. That was the last thing I remember of my dad as a kid. That's my real dad. Who fucking slices their throat open, man, and then picks your kids up, gives them a kiss goodbye, and then goes, like, and then you wonder why the kid comes out a bit of a mess. Yeah. You know. And I was on the visit, and my missus has come up because of my behaviour. I weren't having it. I had phones, I was taking drugs, and I had to take drugs. I'll tell you why, because if I didn't take the drugs, I probably wouldn't be sat here in front of you today. And that's the truth.
What drugs were you taking in there?
I was just taking, I smoked that spice in gel.
Really?
Yeah, it's a horrible drug, man. Absolutely horrible.
That's the one where you see the tramps in London, mate, and they're...
Yeah, disgusting drug. Absolutely fucking disgusting, man. You know, when you sit there and you look at it, but then you think, I needed to not be in my own mind. And that is a fucked up place to be, mate. Let me tell you that. You know, when you can't be sober because you can't deal with feelings or emotions, you can't think anymore because you're fucking sick to death of your thoughts. You know, and that's where it was. You got 30 years of pure grief, man. Like, never had a mum, never had a dad. Was running away from care homes consistently and obviously all the time. Never getting no love, never getting hugs, never being told you're loved. Like, these are all things that everybody wants. Everybody wants them things.
Yeah.
I'm no different to anyone else. The only thing is, I was so hungry for that. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to have the family life. When I had it, I didn't know what I had. You know what I mean? Like, when my ex-partner, for instance, like, me and her, we got 3 kids together, and when I got, see, the thing is, it's a very long story, mine. You know what I mean? There's so much crap in there. You know what I mean? You've got, like, the fact that I come out of a care home at 16 years of age and didn't even know how to make beans on toast. So you got the social services. You take this young man away from his family at 6 years old. You keep him for 10 years. You don't educate him. You don't teach him how to fucking budget money. You don't teach him how to budget your cooking, your food bill, your weekly food bill. You don't teach him nothing. So he comes out at 16. He hasn't got a fucking clue. He doesn't get on with his mum. Doesn't get on with his dad because he ain't got one. Family don't really want him around because he's a pain in the ass. And that was me. I was the pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
So the system in general, because obviously you've been in and out of care homes, you've been in and out of prison.
Yeah.
And did you feel, obviously, the care homes didn't work for you at all? You were in and out of them constantly. You was abused, and then obviously you led the life of crime. You went into prison. What's your overall thoughts about prison and reform?
There is no reform in jail. No, definitely not. And it's something that Terry Ellis said the other day as well, and it's spot on the money. There is no rehabilitation in prison. It's just a word, and that's a fact. There is absolutely no rehabilitation in any prison I've been to. They try and spin it like it's, oh yeah, we're here, we're going to help you reduce crime in your, and all of that, but it's a load of bullshit. I believe this. Like, I've been in enough prisons to see how the rehab goes, or how the rehabilitation goes, and it's inadequate by far. Like, you're banged up 23 hours a day. You can't rehabilitate anybody who is confined to a cell the size of this table for 23 hours a day. On my last sentence, this is what drives me insane about prisons. On my last sentence, for 6 months, they kept me on the wing. They didn't even let us have air, as in go out on the exercise yard. So the only time I'd actually be able to go out and breathe fresh air was when my missus would come to visit me. Thank God she visited quite a lot, you know. So every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks, I'd be out on a visit seeing my partner, and I'd be able to walk from the wing to the visiting hall, and that's when I'd get fresh air. But when I was on Ellis Wing in the Mount Prison, because a lot of drugs were coming over the fence and drones, everyone's getting parcels and whatnot, they locked off the exercise yard. So you got, say, 200 men. A lot of these men are not going to education because there is not enough education spaces within the prison to educate, let alone half the prisoners. So you got loads of people banged up in their cell, angry men, you know. You can't think about it, you're locked in your cell all day, you're fed. It's like fucking, it's a joke what they. I remember, I'll never forget this, yeah, Joe. I was sat in my cell one time, yeah, and I had a mobile phone on my last sentence, yeah, right? Everyone's got them in there. I'm sure you've heard of this, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm a strong man. I've been through a load of shit in my life. Physically, I can handle myself. Mentally, I'm a little bit broken from some of the shit that's happened in my life, but that's okay, you know what I mean? But with the prison system the way it is now, they put people in jail. You come out of jail, they've got no places to home people, or they exaggerate and they've either got no places for you or they put you into a hostel. Now these hostels are like set up in a way, for you to fail it, you only got yourself to blame for. Like when I come out in my first hostel, I was in hostel for 9 months, man, and I went through shit with these fuckers, man. I was like there for 9 months, and then you have to be here, you have to sign on and all that, which is good, I suppose, because they're trying to stop me from committing more crime and whatnot. But the rehabilitation side of it, there isn't. There just isn't. Like, how can you rehabilitate someone who's in a cell all day?
That's why I always, being in a confined space for 23 hours a day and not being able to even go out and exercise. And you do make wonder that why people lead to drugs in there and because they're just driving them insane. But then I suppose you will get people on the other end that say, well, some people in there ain't worth helping, and then
That's
some
true.
people committed crime.
That's
They
true.
they deserve
That's
that. But
true as well.
overall, you need to figure out that, people in prison, and that's what it's designed to do, is to reform people that have committed crimes so they can go back into society.
I think a lot of the change has got to come within, though, to be fair. You've got to desire it. You've got to want it yourself.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, I didn't want to be a criminal no more. I actually didn't want to hurt anyone else. That's what stopped me from being a criminal, that completely. I didn't want to be like this no more, and I didn't like it that I could walk away from certain situations not feeling anything. I didn't like that.
So what about now, Ant? So how long have you been out of prison for?
I've been out of jail 3 years now.
Yeah.
I've been out of jail 3 years. I haven't even been spoken to. Any copper that has had a chat with me is John Wesner, and I get on well with John. He's a nice guy, and I'm keeping my head out of trouble, man.
That's good.
Got a different road now.
Telling your story.
Yeah, that's right. And hopefully maybe some other guys will have a bit of hope in their life, because, that's the only thing we have is hope. You might be in a care home right now. Yeah, and I will never forget this, yeah. I remember being in my boarding school, and I was in my own little room, and I remember sitting on that bed, closing my eyes. This is honest to God, this is no joke, mate. Closing my eyes, counting to 30, I'll open my eyes, I'll be back at home at mummy's. Now that makes me want to cry even saying that, because I remember all them feelings, and going from that far away place, around all them fucked up people, to where I am now, it's gone full circle. Literally, it's gone full circle. I've got everything I want now. I've got a beautiful wife. Like, my best friend in the world is my missus. Like, it's me and her all the way. Her family are fucking amazing. Like, they've accepted me. On paper, I'm a horrible bastard, I've done some real bad things to people, and I do hold serious remorse for the things I've done. Like, I generally am sorry.
What would you say, and to anyone that would be watching this, like anyone that could be in the midst of crime, but they're actually committing crime, or they're actually
gonna get caught, man? Look, you might be lucky, innit? You might be lucky. You might get a good run. You might get a few years on it, but you're gonna get caught, man. And like, it's not as glamorous as people think. Like, they think, oh, this robbing shit is amazing. I'm gonna get paid. I don't have to pay tax. I don't have to do. I'm gonna be wealthy. It's not. It don't work like that. Because when people know you're at it, you see, you've got villains. You've got robbers, you've got all walks of life in the criminal world. You've got some real naughty criminals that are worse than normal criminals. And they'll quite happily come into your house at night time, tie you and your kids up, demand the money off you. you know. And these are the people that could be plotting on you. Could be, you know what I'm saying? So you're not just worrying about the police. You don't have to worry. Like, this is my perspective on it. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about just the police. I was worried about people coming to get me, people that I knew, people trying to snake me, so to speak, like as in set you up, rob you, you know, steal your money, take your sister hostage. They know you've just had 30 grand off, so they grab your sister. Mate, you're going to give that 30 grand over, or you're not getting your sister back. You know what I mean? This is the role.
What, this was what was going through your head?
Yeah, these things do happen. You know,
yeah.
This is what I mean by the criminal world. It's not as glorious as what people
No.
make it out to be. Like, you see it on the movies. Oh, these bank robbers, amazing. It's not.
There's almost this romantic. I was speaking to you about it before we were filming, and people do think, like, you look at the Cray twins, and like everyone thinks that, like, in the films, and now there's sort of a romantic thing to it. You know, you live a glamorous life.
It's exciting.
It's the polar opposite.
But it is very frightening as well. Like, literally, like, it can change in a click of an instant, like it did with me. Like, 1 minute you're driving down the road thinking that everything's fine. Next thing, you've got 30 armed old Bill pointing guns at your face. And I'm not kidding, but the gun was like that far away from my forehead. You know what I mean? And all I could see was his lips moving. I could see the gun and I could see his lips. That was it. Because all of this shit was going on. I was just looked at him and I was like, fuck.
Wow.
This is happening. You know what I mean?
It's insane. And I suppose when you're sitting in a confined space for 23 hours a day for years and years and years, you start to wonder why.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Actually ain't. What happened to your ear?
I got bitten off.
You got to tell me about that then.
Yeah. Well, basically, I'd come out of jail. Had a fight with a geezer. Won't mention his name because I can't stand him. But yeah, had a fight with him. He bit it off, basically.
What, just a normal fist fight in the street?
Yeah. We had a fight in the street. Well, it's outside his house. It's actually inside his house. I'll tell you exactly what happened. We had a fight inside his hallway. His dog was hanging off my arm, yeah. And obviously, I come out of jail. I was a big lad, you know what I mean? So I've had hold of him, and he couldn't really do nothing.
What, is this recently, or?
This is a good few years ago.
Right, okay.
A few years ago. I will tell you. I won't tell you the whole story, because obviously I'm saving some for my book and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll just do the outlines of it for you. Basically, he bit my ear off and spat it out. Dog ate it.
The dog ate it?
Yeah, the dog ate it.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and that was really it, to be fair. It was nothing dramatic. It's just a fight.
Yeah.
Bit my ear off.
And that's it.
And that's it, really. Yeah, like, it's just one of them things. Obviously, it's not just one of them things. It's not normal to have your ear bitten off, but I don't know, it's just one of them things, isn't it?
Easy. I mean, it is, when you look from an overall perspective, sort of the life you've led and the life of crime, and psychologically how I've spoken to people and speaking to yourself, and how at a young age it affects you mentally, and how you want to hate, how you want to get into this life of crime. And sometimes kids have a real shit deal as a young age, don't they? They've got no other fucking choice in life, and they have a real shit deal. And that's why I look at some people, you know, when they're on the street, and you look at it and everyone goes, oh well, he's a they've
got a story.
He's a drug addict. He's this. He's
why
that.
Is he a drug addict?
But you know, he might have had a shit life. Some people are not. You can't help. I know, but there's certainly a lot of kids out there like yourself now.
That trauma has ruined them.
Yeah.
100%. If I honestly believe, if I hadn't have gone to care, and I didn't get abused when I was 3, there's no way I would have turned out the way I did. I don't believe I would have, because if I'd been given that normal structure like my kids, I give my kids what they need. Like, I was a terrible dad. Look, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. When I was 16 and I had my kids, and I didn't know how to be a dad. You know, I've got 3 kids with my ex. I love my children very much, but when I come out at 16 years of age out of the care system, I didn't know how to be a father. You know, I didn't know how to change a fucking nappy. You know, I didn't know how to be a loving dad. I didn't even know how to love myself, let alone my
still
ex.
A kid, didn't you?
Yeah, I was still a kid, you know. And then obviously, because of all that shit in the beginning, all the trauma, all the abuse, seeing your fucking stepfather battering your mum, you know, seeing all of that, it makes you hate the world, man. Like, I hated the world. I fucking hated everybody in it. And I I was a very angry man, you know, very angry. Up until I met my missus, it was like my best friend. I've been looking for 30 years for this, so you could imagine this. Yeah, all them years of stress, pain I've inflicted pain. I've had pain inflicted on me, to then meet this woman and totally fall in love with her. And that's exactly how it was. I met her and I was talking to her for 5 years before she was my missus. You know what I mean? And then we became partners, and the rest is history. But because I come out of jail with a different mindset about behaving, starting a family, met this lovely woman, now's the change.
Trying to be happy.
Yeah. Now's the time to change, you know, and I got it. But because of old pasts, people wouldn't let me do that. You know, they kept trying
People
to
you were with,
people I knew, people like they wouldn't accept that Anthony doesn't want to be like that no more. Anthony was different now. Anthony wants to do this life thing. Bear in mind, for 30 odd years, all I've wanted was a mother, father, a family. I want to be a part of a family. I want my own team. So now I've got my team. I've got my partner. I've got my boys. I've got my daughters. You know, I've got my family. I finally got it. It's took 30 odd years to get there, but I got there. And that's what I want to say to the younger kids of today, you know, like, and the kids that are in care homes, the kids that are going through shit in their life. Like, you might think right now that you're not going to get it. You might not get it right now. You might be me, like me. You might have to wait 30 fucking years, but you will get it, you know, and you just got to keep hoping, keep having some sort of, like, have hope in yourself, man. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a, what's the word? I wouldn't say I'm a born again Christian, but I believe in God, and I do, you know. And I believe when a good thing happens to me, I'm like, I appreciate that, thank you, man. And I do try my best now to, like, if I see a homeless man by my house, I'll make sure me and
Just
my
to try and
missus,
do
we'll
good.
give him stuff,
Little
man.
things.
Give him food, man. Like, my missus is a sublime chef. Hence, I've got put on the stone since I've been out of jail. You know what I mean? She can cook, Joe. You know? But we'll give the homeless man big food, man. We'll give him a nice hot plate of food, some cookies, and do you know what I mean? Because
it's good to do good things. It comes back at you.
Well, do you know what it is? Yeah, I remember being that guy, mate. I remember being in cars, fucking shivering, and not having no warm blanket, not having warm food. I remember having fucking steel car stereos just to put food in my belly, you know. And I remember them days, man. And up until when I was on the run, 2016, just before I got arrested for the attempted murders on the police, I was sleeping in the car then because I was wanted, and I got what I wanted. And this is where I mean by people drawing you out and you falling for it, and then it can end up so much worse. These people drawed me out, and I acted like I would normally do. I jump out and I act violent, even if I don't want to be violent. You're programmed to be violent.
Yeah.
Because another thing as well, like with the care homes, 5 Claverton Street, 4 Sherland Road, Beechcroft House, these places, these kids were being sold. These kids from these children's homes that I was in, they were going to the fucking members of Parliament's Dolphin Square.
Paedophile rings. Yeah.
You know what I mean? These kids where I was were going to these places, and I was there when all this shit was happening. But I was that aggressive kid. This shit didn't. I was lucky, you know, because I think without my being as aggressive as I was and being as angry as I was, maybe I would have been a lot more of a victim than I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does.
And that's what made me. I think that's my. You know, some people have a blanket they put around a comfort thing. My one was to be aggressive because it stopped people from hurting you.
Yeah. No, I completely get that. I was going to track back on you then, Ant. Did you say attempted murder on the police?
Yeah, 2 of them.
You got to tell that story.
Yeah. Basically, what it was, I come out of jail 2015, completely different mindset. Wanted to do good, wanted to settle down, have a family, chasing the right woman. Got her in the end, and we moved away together. Well, I moved because I lived in Milton Keynes at the time. I moved down to London, back to London, because what happened was I wanted to move to get away from my partner. Basically, what it was, because of all the old past, me being in London wouldn't have been good. So I said, what I'll do is I'll go to Milton Keynes. It's a fresh start. It's better that way. I'm not in your face. You're not in my face. We'll get on. So it was that way. And then obviously I met my partner who I'm with now. My ex-partner really didn't like that. She caused a whole heap of shit for me. Made up fake allegations, said that I was stalking her. Now, the good thing about the hostel, and which I'm very fortunate about, is because I had to sign in. Because my robberies were not on my doorstep, I had to venture out to commit robberies. They would put a timing date on it, so I'd have to come into my hostel and sign at a certain time. So what she did is she said that I was stalking her because she used my past against me, my care records, my violent behaviour, which is very kind of bad actually. You don't do that to people, but she had her reasons. So she was jealous, which I can understand. You know what I mean? I can understand. I didn't change for her. I changed for someone else, so I understand that hurt her. But she made so many allegations against me, got an injunction out of me, which I was kind of happy about because that means I don't have to see you then. So you can't see me, I can't see you. That's good, you know. But on this particular thing, she said that I was stalking her at the school, and I was like, what the fuck? I said, how is this? This is impossible. So I've took my, I've gone to the staff in the hostel. I said, look, I need all them signatures. I was there for 3 months. 3 o'clock every day, my signature. Bang, 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 bang.
Proof,
it would be impossible to get from Milton Keynes to Harrow in 25 minutes. So the police were like, it's a load of shit. But they did, however, the court still put that injunction in place. So I was like, I couldn't care less, to be fair. But what did affect me was when I moved from Milton Keynes back to London, I was with my new partner. We moved in together, and this was a slowly gradual thing. We've got together. We've ended up moving in. Now I'm in London. Now my new partner is in the same area as my ex-partner, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. You know, you've got your life. You're with a new fella. I'm happy for you. Get on with your life. Let me do myself. Yeah. So doing the school runs, driving down the road, and she's got my kid. I'm driving past my kids now. Yeah, and I can't even stop to say hello to him. So I give him a little wave like, you all right? Next thing, she's managed to get my kids to stick their fingers up at me. Yeah, man, this is real deep shit. Like, honest, it's no joke, yeah? So basically, she's only doing that because I'm with my missus, and she's pissed that she didn't let me see my kids for 3 years while I was in jail. I've come out of prison. Why am I going to want to be with her? You know, that's just the truth, man. Plus, it was a toxic relationship. We were never good for each other. And it took 10 years of bullshit to come to that realization that this is poison, you know what I mean? So what happened was next is the kids are at school, and this is what I mean by escalation. I always escalate things. It always goes very further with me. It's not the norm. Like, violence will occur, and it's not, I don't mean it. It's just fucking,
just the way you are.
Yeah, it just happens. And on this particular time, basically, we're going to the school run, and we've picked the kids up from school on a Friday, and little man's got out of the car and he's like, the kids are saying this. So these other kids are now starting on my missus's kids. So I'm like, I'm not having this. Yeah, you don't bring the kids into this shit. This is an adult thing. We'll deal with it as adults, yeah? But I'm very fiery. I lose my temper in an instant, yeah? So I've got out of the car, like, and my missus is like, just don't. So I'm like, no, I am doing this. People ain't doing this shit. This is not happening, yeah? And for one, it's a stranger. If it was my daughter having a go at my missus's kid, I can't really say much. I wouldn't be happy about it, but this is a complete and utter stranger. So in my eyes, you're now inviting yourself in to get it, because now you're involving yourself in my life, yeah? And I don't know you, so I will deal with you whatever way I feel fit to. And if that means putting you in the fucking ground, then so be it, mate. You know what I mean? You're bringing your shit to me.
Yep.
I'm not bringing my shit to you, yeah? So basically, I've ended up doing a school run and picked the kid up. Kids started arguing and that. I said, what's the matter? And the kid's like, they're saying that and saying this. I was like, all right, sweet. So I got out of the car, pulled the parent and said, come here. And I tried my best, Joe, to be polite. I really did. I generally did. I was like trying to be like... nice, but not nice, but trying to be formal,
assertive,
but pleasant.
in a way,
yeah, assertive, that's the word. And she's like, yeah, what, you think you're big bag fucking Anthony? She said that to me, and that was it. I said, fucking wind your neck in, you stupid cunt, yeah? I will fucking smash your fella to bits. I won't do you, yeah, because you're a bird, but I will bust up your fella, innit, yeah? And that's what come out. So then anyway, him thinking he's a bad man has, the next Monday's come. Now, I'm a thinker. See, the thing is, I'll sit there and I'll fester on this for 5 days straight, yeah? And that's exactly
winding
what
yourself
I do,
up.
yeah. And I will wind myself up to the point where I will go and do something stupid, yeah? And on that particular day, I had a choice of weapons, kitchen knife or hammer. because I knew this fella was going to come to the school, and I knew I was going to give it to him if he did. So I was thinking, what one should I give him it? Should I do him with the knife, or should I do him with the hammer? So then I thought, let's put the knife away, because I'll kill this guy. That's the thought, honestly. So I put my tool bag in my boot of my car, like I'm going to work. I wasn't even going to work that day, but the tools were in the back anyway, like I was. This geezer's jumped out in front of the car with his hands down his trousers. Now, to me, you're hiding a weapon, and only for the fact that my missus was driving, I would have killed him there and then. I would have killed him on the spot. I would have run him down. That would have been the end of him. That would have happened, and I would have still been in jail right now, which I'm so glad didn't happen.
Didn't happen that way.
But thinking about it makes me fucking so angry, you know, because it's like,
I can tell, yeah.
how dare you fuckers do this to me when you ain't got a clue how fucking bad I can be to you. You know what I mean? Like, and I can be very nasty. You know, I don't ever want to be nasty like that again. But at that particular time,
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets out the car. I mean, walks in front of the car. My missus is driven around him. I didn't want to be violent in front of the kids, yeah, because I know where it goes. Like, bad things are gonna happen now. So we quickly get the kids in school. I get in the driver's seat. Now I'm driving. Try walk out in front of me now, and I tried to run him over. That's exactly what I did. I tried to run him over with the car, and then the missus was like, pulled up the handbrake, thank God, because I would have fucking reversed over him. That was the plot. That was the plan. Anyway, jumped out the car with a hammer and just attacked him. That as was, yeah. So, but it was all coordinated. See, the thing is, they've done this in such a way, yeah. So you've got me attacking the guy. They've turned up into the school in 2 cars. So he's turned up with his car. She's turned up with her car. You've got his car at the end of the road, his car at the end of the road. So you've got the missus is there and the fella's up there, yeah. Now, I didn't know this. I only knew this after I've been arrested and everything, yeah. So I've attacked him anyway with the hammer. His missus is on the phone before I even get to him, yeah. Thank God I didn't hurt him that bad with the hammer, yeah. But I did warn him, and he got the picture. He got the gist. Watch yourself, innit? Don't be doing that, you know what I mean? Which I think he's kind of understood. But what the most thing that really fucking done my nutting about it was, I've hit this man with this hammer, tried to fucking do him anyway. I've been arrested. So I get nicked. Yeah, I get nicked. I go to Collindale police station, I get arrested. So I'm there in Collindale police station, and the cop has turned around to me, he's gone to me, that this guy that I've just assaulted with a hammer, he's telling me his name ain't what it is. Now, Sam the man, my brief, yeah. Sam the man from Waterford and Co, yeah, he is the man. Yeah, he's my friend. He's been my friend for 15 plus years. And he's also my solicitor. Now, he is the man, literally. He's turned around and basically, this guy has come in with an evidence. Like, say for instance, like, your name's Joe. It's like, me, Joe, I've gone for you with a hammer. I know your name's Joe, but in your statement, your name's Bob. How's that working?
Yeah.
So I'm there in the interview. I'm like, this bre's name ain't Bob. I can't say his name on the podcast because of legal reasons and whatnot. But this guy's name is not Bob. This bre's name is such and such a name. So where's this going? You know what I'm saying? So I've been bailed now. Got bail. And I know I'm on license recall. I've got 3.5 years license. So I'm fucking sweating. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to go back to jail for 3.5 years, man. I've just found the best woman ever. I've got my daughter is going to be born literally in the next 2 months, yeah? And I'm really trying to behave. The only reason I'm now in this situation is because of fucking idiots drawing me out. And like a fucking idiot myself,
You've reacted.
I've reacted, you know?
Yeah.
So I've gone on a run. Wrong mistake. It was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone on a run, but my reasons were valid. My daughter was judged any day, and I'm not having fucking shit cunts, because that's what they are. Sorry about my language, yeah?
No, say what you want.
Absolute shit cunts to try and take away me watching my daughter be born. This is my opportunity now to try and be the dad that I've always wanted. You understand?
Yeah.
Never had a dad. I'm now going to be the dad that I wanted as a kid, you know? So these fucking scumbags are trying to ruin it for me because they don't like me. That is it. When really and truly I could go and kill any of them people and not think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they're still trying.
Draw you in.
They're still trying to draw me in, you know? So I end up going on a run. Now my head is fucked. I want to kill this brer for what he's done to me. I want to kill her for her lies. Yeah, and this is where my mind's at right now. Not right now, obviously, 3-4 years ago. So I can't go home. Police are going to my house. I'm living in a car, man. I'm living in a stolen motor that I bought off one of my pals. And my life is just upside down, literally upside fucking down. So everything was going perfect. I was working, got a wicked home, got a wicked missus, babies on the way. Life is what everybody strives for. They want that. I'm getting it. It's in my hands now, yeah? And then it all gets whisked away from me. And my brain couldn't take that. I couldn't take it. And I started acting out weird, started drinking. I was having to drink just to fall to sleep in the car.
So you was just on the run for how long?
I was on the run for 83 days. I literally, it was that, and that was a short step. That was a little stint, really, like, because all I wanted, and I kept saying it, please, please, God, let me stay out until Christmas Day. Let me spend my first Christmas with my daughter. Like, and that makes me fucking sad, makes me angry, man. It's a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
I've got this little baby. She's so precious. I want to spend Christmas with her. And that's all I kept saying. Please, God, please, let me stay out. Let me stay out. And he did. He let me stay out until the 1st of fucking February. I mean, the 1st of January. I managed to stay out for Christmas. I spent Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve with my missus and my little one. And this is what I mean by, I wouldn't say everything happens for a reason, but things happen for reasons. You know what I mean? If that makes sense,
Yeah, got you.
Now, on this particular day, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to go out. I didn't have to do anything. I had some stolen stuff on me that I was selling, and it was mad. It was like, I got in this car. From that moment on, the day was just doomed. I had an altercation with one of my old buddies. Vehicle ended up getting smashed up, so I needed a new vehicle. So I phoned my other pal, need a car. Sorted it out for me, got me another car, another Nick motor. And this is what I mean by, this is so fucking weird how this all happened. I've bought this car for my mate. I gave him a couple of laptops for it, yeah, for the Nick car. And I've gone to Kensal Rise. And as soon as I've parked in this spot, someone shouted out, "Oi, that's my car." You couldn't make this shit up, honestly, I swear down. And I've looked out there, and this chick is like, "That's my fucking car, you cunt." Honest to God, yeah. So I'm like, fuck, this is insane. I've only had the car 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes. Literally got in the car, drove around the corner, parked up, talking to my mate. Next thing, you've got some person from nowhere. "That's my fucking car, mate. What the fuck?" So I'm obviously sped off. Next thing, I've ended up having a police chase. So I'm driving down the road now, and I've got my missus on the phone, and I'm saying, "Bubs, it's over. It's over. It's over. I can see them." So the maddest thing about it was, I didn't actually know they were full-on police
Armed police?
No, they weren't armed. These ones weren't armed. Thank God. If they were armed, they would have shot me, because I was ramming the shit out of their motors, mate. Honestly, what happened was, I'm very like, I don't think sometimes, you know. I just need to get away, you know. So that
you got the adrenaline in you. You got to go.
Yeah, got to get out of here. And I knew I couldn't get out. I was on a one straight road. You've got cars parked either side. So you've got one vehicle, a lane in the middle for a car. You've got cars here either side. There's no way you're getting out. This is what I mean by, I was meant to go to jail that day. The woman has shouted out, "That's my car." So I'm blowing through the back streets now of Kensal Rise, come around some corners, and I've driven into a dead end straight. Not a dead end, like it's one street, and there's a guy pushing a car up the road. Like, literally, this is what I mean by, this was meant to happen.
It's your time,
day. Yeah, it was my time. And I was like, nah, I'm not having it. So I fucking pushed his car, pushed the front of my car against his car. I tried to ram his car up the street, and that weren't going anywhere. You know, next thing I've seen a fucking police van pull up in front, so I'm like, bang, in reverse, whack, took off the front of the police car. And I didn't know there was a copper in between me and his car. Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
Yeah, so you've got all the fucking, old Bill thought I murdered his mate. So next thing, they've gone on psycho mode, that old Bill have, and they're fucking absolutely, I'm just trying to ram this police van, I'm ramming the car in front of me, I'm trying to go back to ram it again. And it was just crazy. But I do remember the hiding I got for it as well. That was pretty painful, but I sort of deserved it. You know, they thought their mate had just been murdered by me, and I generally didn't try to kill anyone. Like,
you didn't see him, you've reversed, and he's got caught in it.
You know what I mean? And thank God the geezer weren't hurt. He got out of the way just in time, because if he'd been in between that car and that van, he would have been dead, no doubt. So they nicked me for 2 counts of attempted murder on police. I get to the police station, and I remember when they picked me up off the floor, I said to the guys, I was like, mate, I never tried to fucking kill none of you. You know what I mean? I said, I fucking didn't even know you were there. I said, where's your fucking marked car? I said, you're in a bloody Vauxhall Zafira and it's black. Obviously, I'm in handcuffs. But it's when he started shouting, I'm arresting you for murder. I'm arresting you for I was like,
Yeah.
I never fucking tried to kill anyone.
No.
You know what I mean? You're just fucking trying to fit me up
Yeah.
like everything else. And so I ended up getting nicked for that. I ended up going to Wembley police station. And what made me laugh was I've walked into the police station. The cop turned around to me and said, you're the most wanted man in Wembley. I was like, really? Apparently I'd been at it. This is what they said. I was at it. They nicked me for a lot of burglaries, a lot more robberies. And it's like, it's the same situation. Like when, and this is what I mean by the police throw shit at you, you know, because imagine this, yeah, when I got done for the banks dressed in the burqas, I've literally 2 weeks later, I'm still in Wandsworth, a slip comes under my door, police production. So I'm like, what the fuck's this for? So anyway, I get talked to reception in Wandsworth and it's 2 CID sitting there. And they're like, police production, Roberts, you're coming out of us. You can refuse if you want, but we'll just get you when you finish your sentence. I was like, no, come on, let's go. Let's get it sorted. Gone out, the coppers turned around to me and I laugh. I'll always laugh about this because it's like, he was giggling when he said it. He's turned around, he's looked at me, he's gone, Mr. Roberts, the flying squad are not happy with you. By the way, I'm arresting you for robbery ×2. And I looked at him, I thought, you fucking dickhead, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, fit up time.
Yeah.
And I did. And the maddest thing about it was, I actually did have nothing to do with that. I stood a full trial in Harrow Crown Court. I nearly got 6 years for it. I would have probably got an IPP, actually, with my previous. What it was, they accused me of doing these robberies, high value robberies. People were like taking watches, jeeps off of people, high value vehicles, and then they found a vehicle on a shipping container on the way to Tasmania, you know. But I didn't do that. That weren't me. You know what I mean? But they got the victim to pick me out on an ID parade 17 months after the robbery.
Picked you out.
Picked me out, yeah. Like honestly, this is you could not make this shit up, and this is why I said, I was like, how the fuck? Like imagine this, you've got the CCTV, you've got a guy walking out of his business, Pretty much a building like this, you've got a guy walking out of his business. He's got a big watch on his hand. He's got a big Rangy Sport out the front of the business. You've got a camera there outside keeping surveillance of the building. He's walked out. It's dark. As soon as he's walked around the corner, he's been chinned, His glasses have flown off his head, which they would do because he's just been smacked in the mouth. And as soon as he's gone back, someone's clamped him. So he's gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Within 4 or 5 seconds, That's exactly how it is, So he's been belted, clamped, dropped on his face.
Hasn't seen a thing.
You ain't seen nothing, mate. So and obviously because of a thing called facial mapping, when they're talking to me about this, they're like, oh, it's like looking at a picture of you and saying you're me. I'm saying, bruv, you're not me. That is not me. And he's like, how can you say that ain't you? I said, because it ain't me, innit? And I said, furthermore, what I will do is I'll do a bit of facial mapping on that to prove that it ain't me. And he's like, how do you know about facial mapping? I was like, well, you're accusing me of doing all of these bad crimes, like which I haven't done. I'm going to defend myself. Rightly so, you know what I'm saying? It's like if someone's fighting you in the street, you're going to fucking fight them back to save yourself,
yeah.
So, anyway, cut a long story short, went on a full bloody trial for that in Harrow Crown Court a month before I was due to be released. This is what I mean by I had so much animosity towards these people because it was like, I've been sentenced for the banks in 2006. I only got 3 years for each one, but they all run concurrent. I remember the judge going mad saying that this ain't right. These are robberies, and the prosecution turned around and said it's not in the public's interest to try these 2 young men. We're doing for theft. I got a touch. I should have got done for bank robbery. I should have got 10 years for that. Maybe I should have. Maybe I would have stopped then. You know what I mean? I don't know. But on that particular time, it was mad. It was absolute madness, and I've lost my trail of thought.
No, and you got convicted for them for the latest ones. You say with the attempted murder on the police, and then the bloke with the hammer, and then how long did you go away for that?
I was fucking lucky, man. And this is what I tell you about. This is where the whole situation was very weird, shall we say? Now my solicitor, Sam the man, from Waterford and Co. He's the man. He has basically said to me, Anthony, this guy is a known informer. He is using a pseudonym. You ever heard of a pseudonym?
Yeah, pseudonym.
A pseudonym.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say these guys' names, but I don't want to, because I don't want to get anyone else in trouble. I don't want to ignite anything else. But what my solicitor said to me was, let's bring him into court. Let's get him in the dock. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get him up in the dock. Then everyone can come and see him for who he is. Yeah, you know. Now I've got no objections against people, let's say, becoming a police informer. Yeah, that is your business, isn't it? If a citizen is a citizen, it is their job to go to the police if they're involved in a crime. If you're a criminal, see, my attitudes are slightly different on things. Yeah, if the normal Joe public, like for yourself, for instance, Joe, if a crime gets committed on you, you have every right to phone the police because you're a citizen. You don't commit crime. You're not a violent man. You don't go out and cause trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have every right to pick up the phone and do the right thing. I have the right now to pick up the phone and phone the police if I choose to. You know, that doesn't make me a grass. That makes me a citizen. I'm a normal citizen. I'm like everyone else. The only thing is I don't commit crime no more. I don't phone the police on people. But on this particular time, this guy, with all these funny names, basically the plan was let's get him in court. So now his name's what did we call him earlier on? Joe. So we say his name's Joe, yeah? Now Joe's statement says that I've jumped out of the car, tried to kill him with the hammer, yeah? Now on his statement is his name. So now that's not his real name. I know this man's name. That ain't his name. So we now know that that is a pseudonym, yeah? So what I do now is my solicitor said, we're getting him to court. So we're going to go not guilty on everything now. Now, I didn't care about the attempted murders on police. I didn't care about all I wanted to do was get this bastard in court. You know what I mean? That's how I seen it, yeah? Because I want all my mates to see this fucker's face, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want, yeah? That's what I want. That's what I wanted at the time anyway. I wanted my pals to see this man so they could go and get him when I was in jail. To be honest, that was the way I wanted it, yeah? So then anyway, the court didn't want that. I said, right, we're going to go not guilty on everything. So we're going not guilty on attempted murder ×2. We're going not guilty on all the fucking burglaries that you fucking saying that I'm doing. Going not guilty on the robbery that I've been nicked for. So basically, the prosecutions then come around. Now, bear in mind, if you're up for attempted murder on police, you know yourself, you're getting 15 years for that.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to jail for a long time. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're not guilty. We're not going guilty. Let's get him in court. And then the judge has turned around, CPS has turned around and they're like, all right, we'll drop everything. I'm like, what? You're going to drop everything? What, you're dropping the attempted murders? Yep, we'll drop the attempted murders. We'll drop into 2 Section 18s. I was like, mate, I'm still going to get 10 years for that anyway. You know what I mean? I get 10 years for one of them, let alone 2 of them on coppers. And this is all stemming from people chatting shit to draw me out, you know? This is what I mean by it goes.
It evolves,
it escalates, and then it becomes people end up... Bad things happen, man. If you push people to a certain... And this is what happened with me in that time. I got so wound up with what was going on. I've ended up going berserk. And end up really causing a lot of trouble for my family and for myself, really. Unnecessary drama, by the way, you know. And so when I get into court, they've ended up dropping the attempted murders down to 2 Section 18s. I'll show you as well. I've got them all on my phone there for you from the solicitor. They dropped basically the attempted murders to 2 Section 18s. Then they dropped all the other stuff to like little shitty crimes. And then they wanted me to... I was like, fuck off. I'm not pleading guilty to nothing. I plead guilty to fuck all. They got to me, all right, so what about if we do you for a common assault? I was like, what? You want to do what? You're dropping the attempt murders? So there's like, yep, we'll drop the Section 18s. We're now not going to pursue that because it's not in the public's interest. No, what it is you don't want dickhead in the fucking dock, because as soon as he turns around and my barrister, QC James Scobie, by the way, you've probably heard of him, very good brief, and it has bust me cases in the past. As soon as he's in that dock and my barrister then turns around, what's your name? Case is done. Yeah. Finished. Gone. And walks out. But it didn't work that day because they turned around. They wanted the conviction.
They wanted to get you for something.
They wanted me to get
without him getting in.
Yeah,
getting
without
him in
him going into the dock. So I was like, all right, cool, safe. I'll plead guilty to common assault. I'll plead guilty to ramming a police car, resisting arrest using a vehicle, and I'll plead guilty to having a kitchen knife on me. And I ended up getting a total of, I think I got 16 months for ramming the old bill. Got 16 months for dangerous driving to run concurrent. I got a month for having a kitchen knife on me. I got some other little shitty bits to sentence. In total, it added up to 20 months. But because I had my license to do still, as well as that sentence, I've gone in there like a fucking raging lunatic. Honest to God, this is no joke. I had this happened 3 weeks after me getting into prison. I've gone absolutely berserk, and I've kicked the security door in Scrubs prison on the visiting hall and chased the governors up and down the landing because my mate has come in to brought me drugs into the prison, so I could fucking function. Because I needed to be buzzing, innit? And that's the truth, innit? No joke, Joe. I was either get high or kill yourself.
Yep.
That's where we're at this time of my life, yeah? So I figure, right, I got to get off my nuts. So anyway, this is the funniest. It was funny. When I look back at it, it was madness. I was absolutely off the rocker, mate, honestly, because my parcels come in, and they fucking got my parcel, yeah? So they've escorted me back to the security cell now, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, he's going to get nicked, he's going to jail. Fuck. So I started kicking the door, boom, boom. And then I've kicked it, and the door's gone, burst open, yeah? And I'm like, wow. So the next thing, we're on again. You know what I mean? The madness comes out again. So next thing, I picked up the chair, and I remember this horrible little gov, yeah? He was a wanker. Absolute horrible little fuck he was, yeah? And he shit himself. When that door blew off the fucking hinges,
He ran.
he's gone, shit his pants. So I've come running out, I picked the chair up, fucking started chasing the govs up and down the landing, out the visiting hall.
And this is what, did they get this package
I
of
wanted my
drugs?
parcel back. This is what I
And
done it
they've
for.
taken it.
They've got it, and I want it back. And that's how I'm at right now, you know.
Because that's your
drug
life,
induced,
the drugs.
Yeah, the drugs. I don't want to be sober. I can't be sober. So I want my shit back. And that was the point. So I fucking chased all the govs all up and down the ring, the visiting hall. Everyone that was getting drugs that day, I presume they got them because I was distracting everybody. Next thing, about 40 govs. So I'm there in the visiting hall, there with my chair, and you've got all the visitors over there, and then you've got me swinging a chair around saying, fuck off, and I threw a chair at them. It's gone through the fucking window, the visiting hall window, and then I've been mob-handed. They wrapped me up, took me to the block. I was in the seg for 3 weeks. And they were like, why'd you do it? And I was like, why do you think? Why do you fucking think? You know what I mean? I shouldn't be here. For starters, I should not be here. I have not hurt anyone. I have not done anything wrong. All I wanted to do was get on with my life, you know? And then you've got these poisonous fuckers because they're jealous or for their own initial reason. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, but in my eyes, they're jealous and they're trying to ruin everything that's happened for me. And after all these years of bullshit, I'm now getting what I want, and they took it all back.
Yeah.
And now it made me so mad, I wanted to kill everybody. And then when I got into prison, I was so depressed and down. I was thinking, fuck, is my missus going to leave me? She's going to leave me. I'm going to be on my own again. And I've been lonely, man. You know, when you've been in jail for years,
I bet
it's a
being in a
lonely
confined
fucking
space for that
existence.
long, it must be very lonely.
Horrible. My mum's life is horrible, mate. And it's despair. You know, when you're, it's hard to explain when you're in a box and no one's listening, and your screams ain't being heard.
Must be horrible psychologically as well, mate.
It's bad. But you know, you've got hope to get out of it.
And now you are out of it, mate.
Yeah,
and
you do come through it.
It's a great story, mate. I really appreciate you coming on. We've got to wrap it up. We'll be going on nearly 2 hours.
Seriously?
Now.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
we ain't
and
even scratched the surface.
we ain't, mate. We ain't. But I think everyone's going to see a lot more of you anyway on different podcasts.
I think so, man.
But just rounding it up, and obviously completely reformed character now, and you're telling
100%.
your story, and that's the benefit of it, really. You want to come on and you want to tell people, because even if it's one person, it may be 100, maybe 1,000, but if they're looking at it and say, wow, well, this guy has been through it, you know, you've been through the mill of abuse, for the life of crime, and now you come out, you're reformed, you're a builder now, you've got a lovely family, and you're a completely reformed character that actually speaks out against violence and against crime. You don't want anyone to, and that's why you're doing it, isn't it?
Well, do you know what it is? Our generation is not how it is. Like, with our lot now, it just seems the kids of today are so much more violent and so much more aggressive, and all they're doing is fucking themselves up, man. Like, you can be violent and aggressive in the right circumstances. Go and get in a ring. Become an MMA star, man. You can be fully violent there.
That's why
if
boxing
you get off
helps,
on violence and you want to fucking hurt things, go in the ring and have it out there. But I don't like all the violence that's on today. Like you got the kids. My children, I would never let my kids hang around on the streets ever. I hung around on the streets. Look how I turned out. So my kids will never be associating on the streets, hanging around. There's nothing for the kids to do anyway. You know what I mean? But I just don't want people making the same mistakes from me. And if one person and sees this of me and is like, you know what, fucking hell, man, let me try and do something different.
Yeah.
Like you can change, innit? You're not stuck in that vicious circle. See, I have got my book coming out soon. I am in the process of writing my book, but I don't know, it's hard to, you know, when things are going wrong for you, they're not always going to be going wrong for you, but you have to be willing to make that step in it. You have to will that change in it. It's not going to be, not everyone changes.
No,
some
doesn't
people
happen.
are stuck in that
That's
shit
right,
forever.
Yeah, you've got
Luckily, I changed.
everyone has their shit in life, don't they? And obviously you've had a lot of shit with crime and everything like that, but you do right, you do little things right, it does come back round.
For you,
it does.
And believing as well, like having a belief in something is important. Like you've got, like me, for instance, I believe that things are going to be good for me. And I have believed this for a little while. I believe in, like, if you don't do bad, like if you help things good, like, and I don't help to get recognition. I don't help people or do something for the recognition. I don't do that. I do it because it makes me feel
your
good.
own well-being.
You know what I mean? It's nice doing something nice for someone. You know, if you see someone doing something, like you see the old lady struggling across the road, man, I'll fucking help that lady cross the road. Just because I've been a criminal in my past life don't mean I can't be nice now.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's important for society in a whole to look at other people and think, all prisoners, they're not all bad, you know. And a lot of prisoners have got reasons for why they are being the way they are. And a lot of people are embarrassed. You know, they won't speak about how they feel. It's a macho thing, innit? Men don't like discussing their feelings, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very true.
It's the truth.
Very
and the
true.
mental health thing as well. Like, a lot of prisoners in England today are suffering big time from mental health, and there is no fucking procedure to help these men out. Like, there really isn't. Like, I remember being sat in cells, Joe, and I was ready to hang, mate. My neighbour hung himself. I can't mention his name on telly. It affected me, man. He was 21 years old. 21.
Terrible.
Killed himself.
Terrible.
Because his missus left him. And I've been there. I've been there. I've had them thoughts. I've had them feelings, you know, but
well,
it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard, mate. And I really appreciate you coming on and telling
man.
your story.
Thanks again, mate.
Thank you very much, and Anthony Roberts, everyone.
Cheers.
Tune into
Take
the
care,
next
man.
one. Cheers.
Later. Bye.